There are cars in the world that were never meant to touch public roads. No traffic lights. No speed limits. No curious strangers lifting phones to take pictures. These cars exist in a different reality, one designed exclusively for billionaires who see roads as limitations rather than opportunities. Hidden behind climate-controlled doors, underground vaults, and private hangars, these machines represent the highest expression of wealth, engineering, and obsession. They are not transportation. They are artifacts. For most people, owning a supercar is the dream. For billionaires, that dream ends quickly. Roads are crowded, regulated, and watched. True freedom does not exist there. So instead, the ultra-wealthy commission cars that will never be registered, insured, or driven legally in public. These vehicles are built for private tracks, personal estates, desert airstrips, or secret testing facilities where speed can exist without consequence. When a billionaire sits behind the wheel of such a car, there are no rules, only physics. Many of these cars are prototypes that never reached production. Some are one-of-one commissions created by legendary manufacturers who agree to conditions of total secrecy. Others are race machines stripped of regulations, modified beyond what any government would allow. They are louder, faster, wider, and more aggressive than anything you will ever see at a stoplight. They breathe fire, demand respect, and punish mistakes instantly. The garages that house them are more secure than banks. Biometric locks, armed security, constant climate monitoring, and restoration teams on standby ensure perfection at all times. These cars are rarely seen by anyone outside a tight inner circle. Even other billionaires may never know they exist. Ownership here is not about showing off, it is about possession of the impossible. When these engines start, it is not an event meant for crowds. It is private, controlled, intentional. A billionaire does not drive these cars to be seen. They drive them to feel something rare, total dominance over a machine that exists beyond law, beyond limits, and beyond normal human experience. Because these cars cannot exist on public roads, billionaires build worlds for them. Private racetracks carved into deserts. Mountain circuits hidden behind forests. Underground tunnels stretching longer than city blocks. These environments are designed specifically for unrestricted performance. No speed cameras. No noise complaints. No liability concerns. Just raw mechanical truth. The experience of driving such a car is unlike anything available to the public. Acceleration is violent. Steering feels surgical. The cabin is often stripped of comfort. No sound insulation, no luxury screens, no distractions. Every vibration, every shift, every breath of the engine is transmitted directly to the driver. These cars demand full attention. They are not forgiving. That danger is part of the appeal. Some billionaires own experimental hypercars that were never approved for sale. Test mules capable of speeds far beyond production limits. Vehicles powered by hybrid systems years ahead of public technology. Others own track-only versions of legendary cars, modified by factory engineers to remove restrictions placed on customer models. These machines operate at the edge of mechanical possibility, serviced after every drive like race cars. What makes these cars even more exclusive is the access required to maintain them. Dedicated teams of engineers fly in from Europe or Japan to service a single vehicle. Parts are custom fabricated. Tires are used once and discarded. Fuel blends are engineered specifically for each engine. The cost of ownership is irrelevant. What matters is perfection. Emotionally, these cars represent something deeply personal. Many billionaires began as car enthusiasts before they became powerful. These machines reconnect them with obsession, risk, and passion, elements often lost once life becomes too controlled. When a billionaire drives a car that can never be driven on the road, they are escaping a world of structure and expectation. They are returning to instinct. And yet, most of these cars are rarely driven. Some see the track only a few times a year. Others never move at all. They exist as symbols of achievement, proof that their owner has reached a level where rules no longer apply. Even unused, their presence carries meaning. They are reminders that wealth, at its highest level, is not about use, it is about access. In the end, the cars that billionaires never drive on roads are not about speed alone. They are about separation. They draw a clear line between those who must follow rules and those who design worlds where rules are optional. These machines exist in silence, hidden from public view, known only to a handful of people who understand what they represent. Psychologically, owning such a car changes perspective. It reinforces control. It confirms status at the deepest level. When nothing limits where or how you drive, it becomes clear that roads were never the destination. Freedom was. These cars are physical manifestations of that idea. Many of these vehicles will never be sold. They will be passed down, donated to private museums, or locked away forever. Over time they become legends. Stories whispered among collectors. Machines people know exist but may never see. Their value increases not because of mileage but because of mystery. They also influence the future quietly. Technologies tested in these cars eventually filter down into production models years later. Safety systems, materials, performance breakthroughs, all born in secrecy, funded by private obsession. In this way, billionaire cars shape the automotive world without ever appearing on its roads. Ultimately, these cars are not driven on roads because roads are not worthy of them. They belong to spaces where speed has no audience, power has no limit, and ownership has no explanation. They exist for the driver alone. And that is the truest luxury of all, not being seen, not being judged, and not being constrained, while holding the keys to something no one else can touch. Sport utility vehicle sparkles.